Tell us about your experience assisting in East Palestine. You actually delivered the pallets of water from President Trump. Tell us about that.
I did, and man, are they suffering. That's another place in the United States that's been forgotten about, just like the border. The people down there are completely forgotten about. The people of East Palestine are completely forgotten about, okay? They literally had like a chemical bomb explode in their town, okay? And these people can't even get a decent place to stay until Norfolk Southern figures out what they're gonna do to clean up the area, when we have illegal aliens staying in 4- and 5-star hotels in New York City, and we have American citizens, some of them veterans, who can't even get a decent roof over their head till they figure out what the hell is going on in this town. All right, I was there. I could smell it in the air. I could feel it on my skin. I actually spoke with people. How are you doing? And they are miserable. They don't understand why Joe Biden has not come down there and helped them. He's supposed to be Scranton Joe, the working man's president, right? Well, there are working men and women down in East Palestine that would love to see him and talk to him and say, how could you help us, Mr. President? We need your help here. But guess who had to come? President Trump, right? He's the one that came. How bad is that? When the President of the United States can't come to somewhere that is 3 hours maybe from Washington, D.C., couldn't take the time out of his day, President Trump forced Pete Buttigieg to come and walk around and point fingers with brand new boots on that have never seen dirt before and a vest that's never been worn, and he's pointing around like he knows what the hell he's doing. It drives me nuts. And these poor people just need water. I'm getting calls from people, even as last week, someone reached out to me and said, we're running out of water. Could you get a message to President Trump? He said he would come back if the government didn't act. Could you please get a message to him and tell him we need more water? We need help. These are American citizens, tax-paying, hard-working Americans, and they're getting the shaft in East Palestine.
Have any other presidential candidates bothered to address this or talk to the people there?
Not that I know of. I mean, the only person I've seen is President Trump, and then obviously Pete Buttigieg went because he had no choice at that point when President Trump showed up. You know, you should have seen the people lining up on the street. It was almost like they had forgotten that something had happened in their town for 5-10 minutes while he drove by, and they're chanting USA. It gives me goosebumps right now thinking about it. Those people weren't worried about East Palestine at that moment, okay? Because they knew someone was here that was going to keep his word and help them, all right, when they needed it the most. And he delivered. It wasn't just the water. He delivered all kinds of stuff, all right? And I haven't seen another person go back there since, right? They still need help. I'm telling you, they're reaching out to us on social media saying, is there any way you can get a message to anyone to come help us? It's just a forgotten land, just like the border, just like all of these inner cities that are deteriorating and rotting from inside. We went to Baltimore. We did a cleanup in Baltimore. People are OD'd right at our feet. People running out of their house with Narcan. They keep Narcan by their front door in Baltimore because people drop dead in the streets so frequently there that you run out of your house and Narcan someone back to life. We did it to 2 gentlemen right on the street in Baltimore. That is where we're at.
These Democrat-run cities.
Always the Democrat-run cities. They vote the same people in over and over again, and they can't figure out why nothing changes. Like President Trump said, right? He's like, what do you got to lose? And he's right. I mean, it's a pretty simple way to explain it to people, but what do they have to lose by voting for President Trump at this point? Because nothing good is going on in those cities. They were so happy to see us show up there and pick up trash. It made their day. They actually started coming out of their homes and helping us pick up garbage with them, right? That's when you know you're making a difference. And that's why I continue to do these cleanups, because I can do a cleanup. Picking up trash is a very easy thing to do, and it has a big impact in the areas that you do, because all people want is someone to care about them, right? They don't want politicians to show up in front of the wall, do a bit, and then they're on the first thing smoking to their Wagyu steak in Washington, D.C. No one wants that anymore, okay? They want people to take action. These politicians, they're millionaires. They're all rich. Do you think maybe they could load up a truck with food and fill up a food bank while they're there? Why can't you do that?